All right, this is part two of the third exercise in the Intro to CAD section. You see in front of us what we have created so far, and now we've got to do the finishing touches. Let's bring up the design dimension sheet again. All right, so we've got an opening here. What we created was a solid across here, and I find it easier to take a subtractive approach. So what I need to do is cut away a rectangular shape here in the middle. And that rectangle, so I'm going to create my sketch on this back face. I'm going to draw a rectangle. The rectangle, well, I think we covered this in the last video, but if not, we'll do it again. A rectangle needs to be, if we start 10 millimeters above the bottom here, needs to be 30 millimeters up. The arc has a radius of 25 millimeters, so straight up would be 25. 30 plus 25, sorry, my blood sugar sensor is going off, would be 55 millimeters in total. How wide is it? So we got a height of 55 millimeters. If we start at the bottom, it'd have to be another 10 millimeters, which would be 65, but we're not going to do that, because we don't want to cut away the bottom, do we? We want to cut away 10 millimeters at the top. So forget I even said that or suggested that idea. Don't know what I was thinking. 55 millimeters tall, 20 millimeters wide. Right there we find that dimension. Now it's got to be positioned. So we need to position it in the center, and it's got to be 10 millimeters from the edge here. So we're going to draw a rectangle, 55 by 20. Then we're going to position it so that it's 10 millimeters from the bottom, 10 millimeters from the edge. Either edge will work. Let's do it. Let's create a sketch. Do not select the plane. Once again, we're going to need to access the edges, the geometry in our design. If we select the plane, we will not have access to that. So we need to select the face. Select the face. There we are. Let's draw our two-point rectangle. Create rectangle, two-point rectangle. There's the shortcut. Anywhere in here, it doesn't make any difference. Just don't put it on the edge, tie it to the center or something of that nature. Click. We're going to make it 20 millimeters wide, pad 55 millimeters tall. Now, I happen just to place it at the 10 millimeters from the top. How do I know that? Because it's flush at the top here. But we're going to dimension it just to be sure. As a matter of fact, I don't think I'm going to have to move mine at all, but we're going to add the dimensions. Create sketch dimension. Last item here. Keyboard shortcut of D. Here's the shortcut in the toolbar. Now, I want to create a dimension from this edge to the edge of my design. So I'm going to select those two edges, click. There's my other edge, click. And I'm going to come down, click, and I'm going to type in 10 to make sure it's 10. Now, if you made, I should not have put it in the right place. Dumb luck on my part. It's going, if it were only 8 millimeters, it's going to move my design over to 10 millimeters when I type in 10 and hit enter. Mine didn't move because I put it at 10. It was just bad choice on my part. I'm going to do the same now to create a dimension where it's 10 millimeters from that line to this edge. So let's create, click, then the second item, click, We're going to come out here, click, make it 10, and enter. Now, my rectangle is centered. This edge here at the arc, I'm not going to be able to get rid of. So we're just going to extrude the two enclosed shapes. My rectangle is positioned. Well, we know this is 40 millimeters wide. This left edge is 10 millimeters from this edge. It's 20 millimeters wide. That gives us 30 millimeters total so far, knowing that this, if it's 40 total, that this is 10 millimeters as well. All right, so we've got our shape there that we want to cut away. Let's finish sketch and extrude. I'll do it the old way. Finish sketch, create, extrude, click on the shortcut. All right, it only selected one of my profiles. I want both profiles selected. So I've got two here now. I'm going to drag the design back to the left. There we go. And notice how it turns red instead of blue or the material that we've seen in previous extrudes. Now, I want to make sure that I go well out. There we go. I've gone out past my design. All right. We know it's 50 millimeters wide, so I've got to go at least 50 millimeters cutting away. And notice the operation. The operation isn't join or new body. The operation is cut. It assumes when we're cutting through material that we want to cut that material away. Click OK. Now we have whittled away, so to speak, subtracted, eliminated material in our design, and now our design is complete. We are done with project 3, and I need to go get something to eat. All right, I will see you all in the next video.